I stayed until I disappeared. I lost myself just to keep you here. I knew the truth, but I fought it hard. Now I'm left with a broken heart. I heard the end before it came, but I still chose to take the pain. I stayed until I disappeared, and you never felt the same. You never had to say goodbye. You let the silence do the work, turned your absence into comfort, while I carried all the hurt. You held me close when it was easy, then let go when it got real. I was loving you with everything. You were loving how I feel. I called it complicated love, you called it give me time, but time just showed me slowly you were never really mine. I stayed until I disappeared, till I forgot my name. I let you rewrite who I was, and I accepted all the blame. I gave you more than I had, you gave me less each day. I stayed until I disappeared, and you still walked away. Disappeared, faded out, stayed too long, lost myself. I started shrinking just to fit inside the space you gave, turned into someone quieter just so you would stay. I memorized your every mood, every shift in your tone. I learned to love you carefully while breaking on my own. You said I'm trying, just be patient, like that would make it right. But love that needs convincing shouldn't feel like a fight. I stayed until I disappeared, till I was barely there. I turned your distance into love and your silence into care. I let you take the best of me and leave me with the pain. I stayed until I disappeared, oh, just to hear your name. There was a moment I remember, I almost chose myself, but I was scared of being lonely, more than losing my health. I thought if I just loved you harder, you might finally see. But love shouldn't feel like begging for someone to choose me. I stopped trusting what I felt, started doubting every truth, started thinking maybe I was wrong for expecting more from you. You made me feel like I was asking for too much just to be loved. Now I'm healing from the damage of never being enough. I regret every time I stayed, every tear I tried to hide every night. I lost myself just to keep you by my side. I regret how I lost my voice, trying not to make you leave. But I don't regret my heart, just who I gave it to so easily. I stayed when I should have gone. I stayed, now I'm all alone. I stayed until I disappeared, but now I see it clear. Love shouldn't make you vanish just to keep someone near. I'm taking back every piece that I gave away in fear. I stayed until I disappeared, now I'm finally here. Maybe I lost myself for a moment, but I found something new, a version of me that knows now what real love should do. And I won't beg for affection or settle for less again. I stayed until I disappeared, but I won't disappear.